The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
I don't want my tie to be crooked. Let's have some fun. You know what today is? Today's the day you can change your life. Now, is it easy? Oh, no, goodness. It's a royal pain in the assets. It is. Because the problem is with you, you're stuck in your little cycle. All right. Now that you're psycho, the cycle that you're doing, you're getting the money, you're paying the bills, you're doing the Macarena, and the reality is you're not gaining, but you're afraid to try. Some of you. Why? Because one of your friends and family ripped you off. That kind of sucks. But you know what you can do today? Listen and learn. I'll get you to millionaire if you let me. But you're going to have to do what I tell you to do. Is that okay with you? All right, let's play. Now, this is live, and I love live. I don't like pre-recorded crap, to be honest with you. So I do live things at the same time. Now, you can't take a picture. You can't record. I said so. I want it here, please. Please put it here. What you do has to be habit forming. You watch a movie today, you listen, learn, and learn, and learn. Every time you see it, there's something new. I like goodies. So usually I'm online 6 days a week. Today, all right, got to let you tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's my last and final boot camp ever. I'm going to spend 3 days tearing apart the Millionaires Founders Kit, Financial Series, Real Estate 2. I'm going to show you how we got up to 3.7 billion real estate to control, and Lamborghinis and Ferraris and yachts, all kinds of goodies. You want to play? Let's get ready. Get a tablet and pen. We're going to play. Let's have some fun. Now, all I can tell you is coming from hell. It sucks. I watched TV when I was a little kid, and I'd see Father Knows Best, and I'd look around and go, where's my mommy? Where's my daddy? I didn't get one. I got to be in hell instead. But you know what it did? It pissed me off. I wanted to prove the world wrong, and I proved it too. So guess what? Bottom line, we get to play. So today, my journey started when I was born in that taxi on the way to Guardian Hospital. She didn't want me. She threw me away. What am I going to do? Go boo. No, thank you. I got to be a Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. So today, your journey can begin with me, and I'll show you exactly how I got to million to billion corporate structure. Is that okay? But you have to do what I tell you to do. Is that all right, too? So we got to look behind the curtain, because everybody's so smart. No, right. There's so much BS on Google and YouTube and tickety-talk and blah, blah, blah. But again, let's get to the point. You see, one of my books coming out is called Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer. If a man will learn to shut up, because a woman doesn't want to hear that blah, 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 or your partner of life. Yell at the sky, yell at anything else. See, most people are tape recorders, especially women. They'll play it back for you. You know what happens? When you say something, you can't take it back. And they never forget it. So let's bite our tongue. Let's love longer. You'll get along to that too. So guess what? Now we're going to talk about you. Your credit. Good or bad? Does it suck? Is it bad? Are we going to hire a credit repair company? What a joke. Credit repair is a fraud. It always has been. I don't know why people would spend $100+ a month for years and still have shitty credit. Sorry, it's just true. So I want you to take your credit cards out of your personal wallet now. I want you to put a sticky in the back. I want to dummy proof this. If you put a sticky on every credit card, you write down the limit, you maintain 25% always, and you never go past 29%. Now, I wrote the rules and tools. Did you know that? I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough at TRW, The Report's Wrong, Thomas Raymond Woolridge, and then became a Sparian. So understand that I've been around a long time. Here's 2 cars worth $50,000 each. What are we going to do? Stop this crap. I mean, can you imagine everybody, you jacked it up, you got stuck, you couldn't get any more, you can't write off diddly squat, and you're wondering, what happened to me? Talk about silly and dumb. I don't get it. If we use the 29% rule, that leaves you $71,000 of safety credit. In case blank hits the fan, lost your job, pandemic. You're going to set up your line of defense. Write it down. I'm going to set up my line of defense because Ray said so. Is that okay? So next we have to think about is a corporation. You got one of those too? Oh, goody for you. You see, you get a corporation. Most people spend thousands of dollars for a piece of paper I give for free. You pay a little filing fee, and I found out they're free when I was 9.5. You see, when people don't learn diddly squat, there's a problem. Now let's look at Bank of America. They bankrupt 5,000 locations. Wells Fargo, Chase, U.S. Bank. So let's say they have a parent company, they bankrupt a branch number, that's called a subsidiary, and then they get a tax credit when they bankrupt it. But you're going hum and gun, boo-hoo. What's wrong with you? Are these turned up yet? Okay. Bottom line is, I set up a system that you don't bring the pain home. All right, it's not easy. All right, once you get past go and get on top of the credit you screwed up, then you're going to do better. So let's understand something today. It's pretty simple. All right, I invented a division process. So a corporation maintains divisions. See, here's my problem. I love corporations. It's a legal person. That's what it says in the book. But the problem is they're on the Secretary of State's website. So when they sue the corp, they sue you. You're still a duck and a sheep. Well, that sucks. So let's play. Now let's understand something today. We're going to put our ducks in a row. Is that okay with you? So that way we get 3 divisions in a corporation and $1 million credit. And what do? It's never bring the pain home. What a concept. Here's the thing. I created a foolproof program. I had to because then I was going to get married and have kids. But again, I'm not going to bring the pain home like you. Sorry, that's not acceptable for me. So here's some clients. You recognize anybody there? How about Gold's Gym Superman? How about college professor? How about homeless? Wow. How about basically Johnny for Pixar, $1.6 million? And little Karen getting properties in Long Beach, California too. And then 1.2 million, 9 months. Wow, she's got her little videos too. And then we got people coming out of prison. Here's free Ricky Ross. All right, got him gold and platinum cards. He can push up to $1 million. And I got his wife credit and other people he knows too. Isn't that fun? Right now he doesn't like me. Oh well, boo-hoo. You know what? Thomas, for 26 years in prison, after within 8 months that I coached him and I did this for him too, he got his first dump truck. Does millions of dollars a year. So let's understand. Here's your list. Can you get out your cell phone, please? There's certain pages I'm going to say take a picture. You ready? Here you go. So we're going to basically give you a list, okay, of 8 things to think about. And this is for everyone who think. Balancing your credit to a 750, maintaining 8 cards, 8 credit cards. Got it? From here, we're going to be looking at corporation with 100,000 to 1 million of cash credit. Divisions 100,000 to 1 million. Okay? Vendor and supplier credit 100,000 to 1 million. An irrevocable trust, write it down or take that picture. All right, term life insurance, whole life policy, and residual income from 10,000 to 100,000 a month. You got your list now? Because that's what you should be focusing on. And then next thing you got to think about after you get the list, we accomplish the goals, what's the next thing you get to do? It's simple. Now you can decide what you want to do next. Is that okay? You see, it's like I want Ray Reynolds to personalize me to corporate millionaire. Well, let me know. It's $1 million of credit. What is it going to take? At least a corp in 3 divisions and to play. So what are we going to do today? You see that box there? That's you. That's your future. There it is. And you know what? Here's another one. This is your replacement. We're going to fire you. Your personal credit is going to be boring when I'm done with it as a CFO. You're going to maintain a 750 from now on. Is that okay? So what are we going to do? Corporation and divisions too. We're going to play. So that's one thing we got to understand, the rules. Here's the biggest mistake most people make, probably you. You got to understand there's an SSN. The SSN was basically, you did it before Nixon took the gold standard out, or mommy did it after 71 because Nixon took the gold standard out. We got one, we're a lonely number, and the bottom line is we're ducks and sheep, which kind of sucks. So we the people, yeah. But then we get tracked by our income. So the SSN creates the 1040 tax return. So that way we can track your income, tax, probate when you're dead, and they reach in the grave and take that too. There you go. The next thing we got to think about is the SS4. So we got SS5, it's SSN, all right, that's what it is, and SS4. How do banks, grocery stores, and cities and rich and famous play the game? Oh, corporation owns subsidiaries. So if we think about something and use our brain, instead of falling like ducks and sheep, let's look at the SS4. You got it today? Legal name of entity or individual person. So you could allow me, who's an affiliate to 119 creditors, to immediately set up an Experian, TransUnion, Equifax credit report for you. You never had to bring the pain home. SSN equals 1040. Tax return. SS4 equals 1120, known as a tax return, tax ID. You see, I'm sorry. You never had to bring the pain home in the first place. Because of you falling like ducks and sheep, you brought the pain home, which sucks, and now I got to rebuild you. Truly, your second chance. So we're going to write down irs.gov. Go ahead. I want you to basically understand you can do a single filing, and you can join them together and never pay tax. Almost no tax at all. Is that okay? We get to play. The lack of knowledge makes people do stupid things. You're not stupid. Did you do something stupid? You see, I want to talk about the United States of America Incorporated. They get 50 corps. They call them states. States get corps. They call them cities. They invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act because they bankrupt 11 cities in front of you. And they wrote it all off. And they're still in business. But you could have did the same thing too, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. You see, your problem is we the people, but you don't know how to play. Corporation's a legal person. So please stop bringing the pain home. Now, I created a division process because I didn't want to bring the pain home. Then I wanted a second chance because I needed one too. You see, write down 9. You're going to need 9 divisions today. We're going to make sure we understand this. Division of me. Can you write it down, please? Division of what? Me. Write it down. We're going to take that form. We're going to dissect it. You ready to dissect? All right. It says legal name of entity or individual person. If you allow me to take your name, all right, and put it on line 1, I can set up cash reports for you. Now, let's understand why. Personal credit, you jack it up, you get stuck, you can't get any more, you can't write out diddly squat. And then you brought the pain home and screwed it all up. Corporate credit under tax ID, you get to write it all off. Isn't that fun? Getting cash credit through me? Wow. Corporation, division, or subsidiary. I like that. Under a corporate umbrella. So we can play. So division of me. Let me give you an example. We have 20 cars in our car collection. Okay. Here's one of the $1 million Lamborghinis. Okay. Here's the keys. I love Lamborghinis. I bought my first one. I was 14 and a half years old. What did you buy? I already made my first $1 million. Oh, okay. See, here's the Lamborghini. If I guarantee that Lamborghini, and I can't pay the $6,800 a month at the time, it's very simple. They're going to repossess it, take it away, and then they're going to report the loss to the IRS, and now I have a 1099-C. So now I have a tax problem, a creditor problem. I really screwed up, but I'm not stupid. Unfortunately, most people do stupid things. If I buy it through the corporation and they sue the corp, they see me, so they sue me too. I'm a duck and a sheep. That's called stupid again. What did I do? I have no intent to do fraud. I bought the Lamborghini through a division of a corporation. Now, I showed you SSN versus SS4, right? So I guaranteed it as a division of me. So if I have no intent to do fraud and something goes wrong, I can maintain my corp and all my other divisions and my locations like banks and grocery stores and cities do. I can do the 3-step that I invented for me. The 3-step, can you write it down? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I can bankrupt that sucker, get rid of it, the pain, all right, but I'm gonna try for 6 months to keep it. But if I can, I'm gonna bankrupt it and keep my other pieces. Just because something goes bad, I get people tell me all the time, Ray, I had a bad day. I lost my job. The dog died. The cat ate the fish. Like, come on, stop the crap. It's about time people just understand. Man up, woman up, and go get it. Now it's like when we get the building. When you lease a building, you lease it Ray's way under the division of a corporation. And you don't guarantee it as you guarantee it as a division of you. In case blank hits the fan again. We get to play. Now, properties too. So we could play today. Now, I know on TikTok and all this Google and all this blah, blah, blah that I see all the time. It's amazing that I see all these ding-dongs, LLC, do this. It's like, do the Macarena. Get your kids to work here. You get a tax credit. You haven't made any friggin' money, so who gives a shit about tax in the beginning besides set up correctly and understand when you receive money through the SS4, tax is only due when you're profitable. Profitable. You're not taxable because you're not profitable. Rich and famous people, Amazon that's now worth $2 trillion, they keep creating their lines of credit more than they bring in. So therefore, they don't pay any tax. There's a science and a madness behind it too. So today, here's $100,000 to $1 million car. Did you know under the Fair Lending Act, you're entitled to 99 more? How many would you like? You can learn to play if you pay attention to me today. Now, the bottom line, division of me and division of each item. Now, I have a problem. All right. When I was a kid, they said I was retarded because I write with both hands, 2 different things, and talk at the same time. I just thought they were stupid. Then they tested me and found out my IQ is 203. Whereas I retarded or they're just being stupid. What do you think? All right. I think they're just stupid. What? Lamborghini. So structure. Doesn't matter if it's a Ferrari, you got one of those too. You know what? If something goes wrong with no intent to do fraud, I get to do the 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. If I can't save it, I'm going to bankrupt the hell out of it. And I'm not going to hurt my other pieces. Isn't that fun? Hey, if the banks can do it, the grocers in the cities, hell, so can I. It's the United States of America. We got a constitution too. See, you don't have to be stressed out. You can maintain your 750 score and quit hurting your family. Is that okay with you? But again, me as a division, I can guarantee credit card. I can guarantee house. I can guarantee a franchise. What is our goal? Never bring the pain home. Simple. We're going to create a corporate umbrella. Is that all right? Can you do that? Design that again? Corporate umbrella. I want your corporation to manage your entities. In case one gets screwed up, we're going to get rid of that sucker and get a new one. All right, now I want you to go on the Secretary of State's website today. I want you to find your corporation if you have one. I want you to find your name because it's there and find out you're the incorporator. And if you use your home address, jump up and kick yourself in the ass and say that was stupid and change it to a mailbox, etc. Is that okay with you? We're going to do it my way because I'm going to get to the million to billion. So here's putting the ducks in a row. When I was a kid, they kept saying, put your ducks in a row. All right, can you explain it to me? Please explain it to me, Lucy. But they couldn't explain it. See, a corporation is sued. They sue you. That sucks because you became a duck. But a division gives you the line of defense. The line of what? So divisions are filed privately, so they're not in anybody's face. So in case you have a problem, one of them too. Whee! 2 for each item. So remember, as long as you have no intent to do fraud, all right, under the corporate umbrella, all right, something goes wrong, it's a division, not the corp, not you. Don't you want to protect your ass? And protect your family too? But that's up to you. So if we take a corporation, it's a legal person, Chapter 18, public record. We take and we get one of these cards up to 100,000 to $1 million. And then we ask, can we have 9 more, please? There's your $1 million. All right, but we got to rebuild you, and that's a pain in the ass if you allow me to do it. But I'm online 6 days a week, holding your hand for 3 months, 6 months to a lifetime. I got no excuses, but neither do you. Isn't that fun? All right, I'm going to put you in check as we play. What's the goal again? Never bring the pain home. So corporate credit, write out personal credit, no. Got it? So we got the bottom line. Now let's write down credit loan money. Can you do that for me? Credit loan money. All right, see, here's the problem. You get money and you kind of spend it and you piss it away and it's like nothing's left. That's kind of dumb. Yeah, usually most credit cards or credit from a corporation above 10,000 doesn't show up on personal reports. So we take a Wells Fargo 100,000 and we take that, put it in the bank, reference it 3 times 5. We now have $1.5 million credit line. Okay. Then we buy a franchise. We buy our apartment complex through the corporate divisions, and now the corporate lives forever and has a lifetime income. And now you don't have to really work besides do what you want to do. And on top of that, you have a legacy for your family too. Is that okay? Now you got financial freedom. I like that. So here we go. There's a $100 million building across the South School Plaza Mall. All right, here's a $1 million Lamborghini, $5 million mansion, one of the ones I obtained, and $1 million race boat. What's the difference? I obtained them. Why didn't you? Are these turned up loud enough for you today? 100,000 to $1 million. There you go. How bad you want it? One of the yachts in the backyard. So you got one source, Ray Reynolds, who will challenge anybody on this planet in open forum, personal business credit. I got total recall, and I got an IQ of 203, and I'm the godfather of credit. So you might want to pay attention today, because I got up to almost 4 billion corporate structure. I like goodies. You like goodies? Would you like some goodies too? I make millionaires every day. Would you like to be next? If I add you to my credit system, would you like one of those mansions too? Now, here's the truth. Show you some goodies I obtained. Just a couple of them, but I got to show you how to get the American dream. But then I got to analyze your credit. I got to rebuild you to be a CFO and do it my way with all the histories too. And the reality is you might have a good score, but you can't get any more the way you need to. So the 750, 90 working days or less, as long as you do what I tell you to do. Is that okay? Now, every Saturday I have 10 classes. One of the classes I have at 1:30 in the afternoon is educationalization, and I call case numbers. I'm personally going to go through your case number and tell you what I want you to do. There's probably a couple things you need to do. Simple. So you got to understand, what's your goal? The goal is up to you. Now, how many days are left in this year? We have March, June, September, December. Those are quarters. And from there, how many working days do we have left of this year? How many working days? There's the goal. You see, I'm online 6 days a week, not this weekend, but again, 45 years. Ultimate goal. So as we play, I want you to understand something. I'm making sure the next 3 days is the greatest boot camp I ever did in my life. Okay, literally, I have 3,000 slides I've created. All right, I'm going to go through the Millionaires Founders Kit. I added a bunch of stuff to that too, and real estate and financial system. Become the bank and buckets of money and tax balancing. So here's 18 books and CDs. If you want to be there, and cutoff was yesterday, so you better do it this morning, because once I have the cutoff, that's it. So you got a chance during this webinar to get into it, and if you're not, sorry, you blew it. So for me, I give it away to you for $1,000. And if you don't have the books and CDs, here they are. If you have them, you only get them once for free. Now, if you want, all right, this is the last and final chance. And I don't have broadcast tomorrow, so after today, if you're not on it, you blew it. Blame yourself. So here's another thing. If you want bonuses, sign up now, level 1, 2, and 3 in 90 days of all the classes and specialties too. All right, and $10,000 of cash credit. All right, the office sells it for $5,000. Through me today, $19.99 if it's out. And if you don't have the books and CDs, you get them free. Is that okay? And then you get all the classes for 90 days too, which would have cost you $4,000. So again, it says out. So I want you to understand why you want to be at the boot camp. Let's think about something today. Could you go stare at yourself for the mirror, not put on your makeup? Okay? I want you to stare at yourself and think. See, here's the thing. If we look and ask you a question, what did you do yesterday to create yourself into a millionaire? You're going to say nothing. You're going through the same motions every day. Your days are reruns. We got to turn the channel. So do you have the repo list for cars, boats, houses, apartment complexes, duplexes? Do you get probate lists, divorce lists, wholesale and broker products and supply? All right, so now understand. Corporation, as we rebuild you, CFO for the corporation, all right, up to $1 million of cash credit, corp and divisions, supply and vendor credit. We got to do that as well, and checkbook money. Is that okay? This way you create more than $1 million of credit. If you run hard and do your best, and at the end of the day, God does the rest, amen to that too, you'll have yourself a $10 million company. But again, I always say, the biggest problem is your lack of follow through. Don't think, just do. That's why you want to be at the boot camp this weekend. Expos and franchises, hedge funds too. Nobody should miss this. I have basically 9 people that have been to every boot camp for the last 3 years, and they keep going. And I ask, why do you do that? Because every time, Ray, I learn something new. They're going again and again. So if you've been there, you got to do it too. Bottom line is, if you don't do it today, sorry, it's my last and final one, and you blew it. There's your Zelle. Take a picture. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com. You Zelle it right away. You write down RW when you Zelle and what you Zelle for too. You got bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Or you can call the office and they'll take your credit card too. So the bottom line is, I like goodies. You like goodies? When I borrowed my first helicopter at Orange County or airport, before it was John Wayne, I kind of borrowed one, got caught. I got to clean him, and he taught me how to fly. Isn't that fun? You like goodies yet? I like goodies. God's gift. Oh, the race boats and the yachts in the backyard. Ultimate goal. I like Lamborghinis and big buildings. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. You like yachts and race boats? Oh, we got Harleys. We got 5. And you know what we do? We sponsor the Love Ride. I got to ride with Neil Diamond 2 times. We can sing Holly Holy and Red Wine. Isn't that fun? But again, I like the other goodies too. You like goodies yet? I like goodies. Would you like some? Now, me, I accomplish every goal I ever have. If not, I just go insane. I have to accomplish it. It's like I was kicking the door jam at 10, and then I start kicking the basketball hoop too. Do you know some people say white men can't jump? And the guy that holds the world record fastest kick and highest kick on the planet is me? I guess white men do jump, and stupid people say we don't. I kicked at the lights that night. It was fun. And then from there, wherever you're from, it doesn't matter where you come from. Hell, I come from Watts, Torrance, and Gardena, Long Beach, all the greatest areas in the world. And you can still get there too. See, I don't hear no. When someone says no, I said thank you. I say that's nice, and then I find a way anyway. So stop bringing the pain home. The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman, and we're not stupid. You need the #1 coach worldwide when it comes to personal business credit. By the way, that's me. 1,000 steps, certified CFO. Got it? From there, I'm going to leave 10 billion plus to the Ray Reynolds University. And the products you'll find out, I like to give you money back. In other words, I like to give you exactly what you invest, or up to times 10 in personal business credit. See, I know you've been ripped off by other people, maybe friends and family too. So if I build it up and give you credit back and more than you put into it, how can you complain? Well, you need to follow through. So let's draw the diagram in front of you. Remember, Bank of America now is up to 5,000 locations bankrupt. Wells Fargo, Citibank, Chase Bank, all right, all these things, and Wells Fargo too. Wells Fargo gets indicted every 2 years anyway. From there, we got Geico, we got Sam's Club, we got cities. So what should be the goal #1? Stop bringing the damn pain home and become a certified CFO and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. So is it easy? No. I created a blueprint when I was at 9.5 years old. This is when I started my blueprint. 9.5 years old, I named it See It, Believe It, Go Get It. Is that okay? You write that down? So as we play, it's like my thought of the week for you. Simple. What does it take to get you past go? Because I think you're all stuck, and I think that sucks, having reruns every day. But again, let's repackage your whole life. Is that okay? So let's draw the diagram in front of you. Let's have a corporation manage entities, divisions, and let's stop bringing the pain home. Let's put our ducks in a row, and let me repackage you under the corporate umbrella. Is that okay? And then what we get to do, my TV show next year is fun. We're going to have fun with over 420 people signed up to be on it already. Isn't that fun? So we'll get, oh, here's rich and famous people too. All right, I like that. Did you know then you sit down at that kitchen table with your friends, your family, and talked about doing a business, and then you say, what if something goes wrong? You basically play that, what if something goes wrong? Then you hocked your cards, you jacked up your house and your credit cards, you dropped your score, can't get any more, and you couldn't write out diddly squat. And 9 out of 10 people screwed it all up. Is that you? See, this is called stupid. I'm sorry. Use personal credit to start the business, not to build it, because you need the corporate credit to write it all off. So never bring the pain home. So if you write down today's date, project 90 working days, we're going to set the goals and we're going to go get them. And I'll do most of the work for you too. Is that okay? So I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. So again, you got Millionaires Founders Kit. We're going to go through that this weekend. We got real estate we're going to go through this weekend, and Become the Bank, Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing. Now, if you don't have a copy of all 18 books and CDs, when you spend $1,000, you get them for free one time. If you go to the boot camp, you get them for free too, if you don't have them already. So starting a business, running a business, oh my goodness. Everybody around you, friends, family, and employees, suppliers, and creditors, you don't know if they're going to push you off the freaking cliff, they're going to catch you, or you're going to fall down and die. Hold your breath. See, since I was a little boy, very simple, all right, I had to get up at 2:25. The abuser would get me at 2:30. So I had to get up at 2:25. That's why, to this day, my body wakes up at 2:25 every friggin' morning. I can't sleep past it anyway. So as I got up at 2:25 today, I dropped to my knees. I said, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. See, I put myself in the mirror test. I didn't get a family. I didn't get a mommy and daddy. I got hell. So your problem with you is you listen to your friends and family and people around you. The reality is I think they cloud your direction. Here's July 4, 2009. What had happened? I'm worth millions and billions, corporate structure. I'm at the Bonaventure. I'm helping people 6 days a week. I got 3 yachts in my backyard. Everything I touch turns to gold. Wife says, can we take out one of the yachts with a group of people? Why not? Here I am dead the next day. I'm dead. I died here, but I'm in another place, but I can hear what's going on in the room. Weird. I heard my tax attorney, that SOB, tricked my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. They're going to rip out my heart, take it away. But I got a choice that day. Jesus said, stay back. It was very simple. Stay in peace or go back. Let's see, my wife's crying her eyes out. I say go back. I think it's a dream anyway, so what's going to happen? From there, I want to take away your excuses. See, I had to move 24 times until I'm 11.5 years old. Gardena, Torrance, Watts, Hawthorne, all the great schools. And you know what? There's always a bully. You had to run or kick it. I'd rather die than run, but that's okay. You know, I've been shot twice, knifed 6 times too. I have no excuse, but neither do you. We're going to get you there. Is that okay? We're going to play, and I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. See, being a Christian is a way of life, not a moment in time. Now, I'm going to show you some goodies to get you past go. Lamborghini collection. I'm going to show you Duffy with my name on it too, and one of the mansions, and the white men Jew jump and stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis. And then we're going to show you race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. Is that okay? I call it Ray's Rules. Is that all right? So if you do what I tell you to do, I can get you there. But you got to pay attention and use that blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. Is that okay? So we can play the game and win. Now, credit repair is a fraud. What do you think? They got a freaking magic wand? I don't know how many people can act so stupid paying a monthly fee for some credit repair flaky company that writes stupid letters, not mine, not late, and it's fraud anyway. Federal Trade says they can't collect money up front, but they do it all the time. Why don't you write down Section 611? Find out what you knew for yourself. Now, writing silly letters makes your score go down. It doesn't bring the score up. What happens next is if you owe a collection account, you need to man up, woman up, be responsible. You cannot rip off your creditor. If you rip off your creditor, it's not going to do any damn good. If you really want the 750, as I developed the system years ago, negotiate an open collection account, all credit cards at 25, 21%, but two, and a rapid refresh and rapid scoring that I invented 39 years ago, training Yarborough and Harold Stokes, having fun with him too. Now you got a 750. You can sit there all day and go, that's all, folks. Or you can be a CFO for the corporation. And I call it the KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. People aren't stupid, but they sure do a lot of stupid things. So here's your first 25 steps today. Get your credit card because it's free. And then we get to analyze your credit. Is that okay? So during that process of analyzation, when they usually 24 hours, remember, I'm going to call your case number on a Saturday at 1:30 so you know what I expect you to do too. The goal is to do this right away. Now, here's the application for basic Social Security card. You did it before Nixon took the gold standard out because Roosevelt stole all the gold and confiscated it in the 30s. If not, Nixon took the gold standard in 71. You know what happened is now Mommy did it for you. None of you paid attention to the damn form. And you usually don't pay attention to any form anyway. You just sign your name. Where do I sign here? You got to dissect things. It says name to be shown on card, full name at birth other than above. So your SSN equals your 1040. Had nothing to do with credit. People got credit cards in the 70s and 80s just in the mail. Unfortunately, people act like ducks and sheep and follow stupid people, and now they got it all stupid screwed up. So if you look at your Social Security card, the one you haven't read front and back that's been in your personal wallet forever, it's fallen apart. All right, it'll say in most cards, it says, do not laminate, don't basically carry with you, and don't use for ID purposes. And then you do it anyway. Isn't that fun? And it says Property or Social Administration, not you. So if we play SSN equals 1040 tax return, you got it? Very simple. Now, when you got your first paycheck a long time ago from some of you, you thought the company ripped you off. Damn, where's my money? And then they pointed out the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. That's what makes us ducks and sheep. Quack, quack, quack. See, if you understand a corporation is a legal person, your constitutional right, we the people, we can file one single tax return and we can join together and sing Kumbaya. And that way you don't almost pay no tax ever again. Is that okay? So you get one SSN. That sucks. We're all ducks and sheep. Corporation gets one SS4. They sue the corp. They sue you because you create liability. That's called stupid. All right. Why would you do that to yourself? If your corporation has and manages entities called division process that I invented in 85, 86, you can act like banks and grocery stores and cities do. One gets screwed up, go get another one, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. Is that okay? So let's rebuild you SSN so you can be a CFO for the corp and the divisions. And sometimes that's a pain in the ass for some people because they really screw things up. I don't listen good enough. From there at the same time, they become a CFO for the corp and the divisions. All right. And then you learn the SS4. You see, if you don't use my program and division process, I'm sorry, there's nothing on this planet that exists that can do what I can do for you, period. It doesn't exist. All right. So understand, I would like you to be a double CFO. Is that okay? I'd like you to choose wisely, and I'd like you to put your ducks in a row under the same corporate umbrella. Is that okay? Isn't that fun? There's that form again. And you know in the corner it says SS5? Do you know that's IRS? Because then they have an SS4. And line 1 says legal name of entity or individual person, corp, division, subsidiary. Oh, let's put your name there. Is that okay with me? Is that okay with you? We could play with that and have fun too. Now, the only form on planet Earth in the United States of America Incorporated that allows one per entity, it says banking and credit purposes right there. So you got to learn to dissect the form so you can get one more than one again and again. Corporations should only do 4 things. Buffer tax, no tax due to your profitable. Okay. Corporate credit, tax ID credit, you throw it all off. Car, fleet price, hotel, what? Free buffet. Now the divisions should do 7 things in the beginning. Line of defense, screw it up, go get another one. No intent to do fraud. They're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, real estate, flippity dippity doos. And then you separate liability. Is that okay? Can you write down line of defense for me? You see, you have to understand what a defensive circle is. I learned that cleaning the karate studio at 4. So under the corporate umbrella, tax, now let's understand again, SSN, tax, and probate when we're dead. They reach in the grave and take that too. SS4, no taxes due till you're profitable and you're allowed to set up credit reports under the corporation and write it all off. Why would anybody use a lot of their personal credit to build a business? Isn't that stupid? Oh, well. You see, I'll guarantee what I say, 100%. As long as you do what I tell you to do and you're part of the program and you pay attention, that's easy. When I add history to you, and I add history to corporate divisions, you're going to get these things in the mail that says you're pre-approved. You're not. So do not violate my program. Do not jack up cards. Do not apply. Do not make me play push me, pull me. If you do, I got to charge you a fee or close your case. Simple. Now, we have an open collection account. What do we have to do? Negotiate it. Because past can't chase future. You got an IRS problem, irs.gov. You know they have a magic form called 656 433 A and B. It's really not magical, but they're kind of a pain in the ass. You got to play by the rules. They're in charge, so you got to understand that too. So there's step 3. As we play today, it's simple. So if you want the 750, you want it because you want to maintain your score and not screw it up anymore. But then if you're the 750, as I build you up, I'll build just credit anyway, because we build it up in conjunction in case maybe you have to play teeter-totter. Now, we add history, we analyze you, and what happens next is we tear apart your credit reports, we add a wrapper refresh, you go to class, and don't fall on your what, and you basically do the 750 is our target. I charge you $999. I give you $1,000 card back, $1,000 right back to you on a card. And then what happens during the broadcast with me, I discount this to $499. Is that okay? And then the card becomes $500. That's all it is, to reimburse you. Now, I'm your coach for 90 days. All right? So what happens is very simple. As we play, take a picture. You have to do this during the broadcast. You have to Zelle to get the $499 price. Okay? There you go. Now, if you want to give referrals, please do. I'll build more credit for you, or I'll Zelle you back 10%. But your referral better name your name when you sign up. If not, they blew it for you. If you want to make sure you get credit for that too, just email me their name and phone number. I'll have someone call them right away. From there, it's very simple. If they signed up today, if you don't have the 18 books and CDs, they're yours for free. Free! Isn't that fun? Now, here's the problem. You're on the national mailing list. You get robocalls and junk mail all the time because you did it to yourself. I wish they'd tell people how to stop that, but oh well. Here's the thing. 888-567-8688. You're a voter, so am I. They sell that list 412 times a year. You got a cable bill, or you got a corporation. So why don't you call that number and opt out for 5 years or a lifetime? Okay, that's what I'd like you to do. Next, I want you to start planning the problem. I want you to plan the problem. You see, I'm sorry one of your friends and family member ripped you off. I'm sorry you spend thousands of crap. As Johnny here says, Tony Baloney got $7,500 out of it. I said, no, he gave you motivation. That's what you paid for. You see, without tools, I think it's BS, but that's just my opinion. Here's safety credit. What are we going to do again on that sticky? Limit, maintain 25%, always, never past 29, because then you create your line of defense, and then the bottom line is that sticky. Now understand, all dashboards finally caught up that I designed 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. Is that okay? So the bottom line is balancing the debt. That sticky will help you do that. Is that okay? Next, when we talk about balancing the debt, here's your problem. Ray, I got an emergency. I'm going to crash. I'm going to screw it all up. That's called stupid. All cards but 2 use the 25% and 29% rule. 2 cards do not. These are your emergency cards from now on. You can max them out to $1 million friggin' dollars. They don't fluctuate your credit score ever, 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 ever. So therefore you go. Again, as long as you maintain the payment. So no more going below 750 after I get you built up. Now, what people do when they lose their job or have an emergency, they all do the same silly thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and then they jack up their credit, feel sorry for themselves, and tell the world, look at me. Knock off the crap. Go drive an Uber. Go sell your wedding room. Have a friggin' garage sale. That's what I had to do. There's no damn excuse. But again, what happens today? Simple. You want $5,000 now? To ask your friends and family in the bank, they're all going to tell you no. But the bottom line is the average person wastes $50 every other day. Here's a $5,000 card. Max the sucker out, payment's $50 a month. With the average person pisses away every other day. So what happens next is, $140 a week, $600 a month. Here's corporate credit. Get to write it all off. Take $50,000 off of a card. Payment is $612.26. What the average person wastes and pisses away, they could have got 2 pizza restaurants during the pandemic. All right, using some common sense. Oh, there it is again. White men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. Then we look at Nixon again as he took the gold standard out. Remember, write down Ray's rules. 2 cards, 100,000. 29% rule. 71,000 left over. Use personal credit to start a business, not to build it. All right, because you jacked it up, got stuck, couldn't get any more. You can write out diddly squat. Use corporate credit. Why? We get to write it all off. If something goes wrong, you know what we get to do? Get rid of a division. Wow! We can have our cake and eat it too. I like that. It's Ray's Rule, step 7 today. All right, become a certified CFO and never bring the pain home. Is that okay with you? Bottom line is you get to play. There I am dead. Well, that sucks. Why don't you Google the address, son? No, I'm telling you the truth. HN1 kills me, but I get to come back and help you. Isn't that fun? There it is. I was in a coma at 5.5. They told me I was crippled for life, but Jesus said, get up, the voice inside, and I got up. Freaked them all out. The last one, I got to die. I got to come back and say, boo. Now I get to play with you. I think the devil's trying to hold us back and knock us down. But God's delays aren't God's denials. The ultimate goal, you see, a corporation is a legal person. Let's do this. Come on. I was 7.5 years old, being used by Mrs. Hope and her son David. Very simple. No one gave a shit about me. It was like I was a piece of shit in the corner. So what did I do? I paid attention at the poker game. I'm in the corner. They said a corporation is a legal person. I wrote it down. They told me it was weird. Probably true. I went down to the Torrance Police Department the next day, and I next was the library. I walked in and said, "Man, what does this mean?" She was rude. She walked away, and then she came back. Here's a mock of face. Here's a mock. She was a bee. I read the book. Didn't have a blueprint. That's what I was looking for. So what are you looking for? Did you know I'm your blueprint? But again, the lack of knowledge is the stupid things that people do. It makes us do stupid things that we don't know how to play. But again, I'm the founder of Helping Hand Industries. I started at 9.5. I got 100,000 credit in the mail. I got named in the movie Dave. Isn't that fun? So corporations and divisions can get cash credit and write it all off to finance the business. I built credit for my cat. Meow. All right, $1 million to prove my point as a stunt. I had Inc. magazine interview me at the Bonaventure. I told them use plastic to finance your business. And then they put in their article too. Wow, wow, wow. Now I'd like you to have 9 divisions. Can you write it down? 9. From here, we build a corporate umbrella. See, 9 is how you build, when you get built up as a CFO to get up to that what? $1 million credit. So if you allow me to get the tax ID for you and the divisions, all right, and set up the credit reports, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax, and I get you cash credit cards, and on top of that, now you're set up for checkbook money. Is that okay? So here's how it works. My dashboard allows me to choose when I set up credit reports, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. So here it is, SSN versus SS4. Is that okay? From there, if you want $1 million, I'll tell you 9 divisions. If you want literally 5 million, I'll say 41, because numbers don't lie. Got to make you a money-making machine. So that means if I get you a card up to $100,000 to $1 million, the next question would be, because of the Fair Lending Act, would you like 99 sisters? There's 9. There's your first $1 million. Oh, did you know every division can have a piece of property? Every division can have a franchise? You can act like the banks, roosters in the cities. One went bad, get rid of them, go get another one. As long as you have no intent to do fraud. I invented division process 85, 86. So if I get you cash credit, why don't you loan it out? In my book on page 6, it says cash flow free up your time. I wrote that 45 years ago. So you could actually replace your income or enhance it. You like goodies yet? I like goodies. I like goodies. I like goodies and goodies and goodies. Don't forget to look at your corporation today. See your name there. Hopefully you use your home address. Put your ducks in a row. They sue the corp. They sue you. You became a duck. That kind of sucks. So divisions of you, line of defense. Is that okay if they're privately filed anyway versus on the Secretary of State's website? Remember, divisions are very simple. The office charges $1,000 each. So you want 3, it's $3,000. Corporate umbrella. I had history. If you want through me 3 divisions, it's $1,500. I give $500 each. From there, our goal should be we get cash credit up to $1 million cards, and then we want to get checkbook money up to $5 million. There should be your goal. Very simple. Then we want 100,000 to $1 million of vendor and supply credit. I call that OPM. It's also we're going to utilize Dun & Bradstreet too. Is that okay? From here, we're going to understand how we buy equipment up to $1 million and get to write it off too. Wow! So there's 10 great creditors. 10. Let's talk about 5. If I get you this Spark up to 100,000, you like 9 sisters. If I get you the Bank of America, would you like 9 sisters? If I get you the Wells Fargo, would you like 9 sisters? If I get you the Ink card, would you like 9 sisters? Very simple. If I get you the American Express card, would you like 9 sisters? There you go. Now that's up to $5 million just on 5 cards, not counting the other 5. Now we have to talk about checkbook money now. Here's checkbook money. All right. So you look online and it says unsecured. All right. Bottom line, business line of credit. But you have to have a 2-year corporation. There you go. So your banks will give you up to $150, usually with no tax return, called checkbook money, up to $5.4 million, as long as you have a corp in 3 divisions. Is that okay? All right, but that's up to you. If you don't have a 2-year corp, wait till next year, or take one we have in stock and we sell for $9.99 in the office. Or if you want to Zelle $2.99, you can get it through me during the live broadcast. There's your Zelle RW, right, which you Zelle for too. Got 8 classes in rotation on Saturdays at 8 o'clock during my 10 classes that day. And then we got to stop this crazy crap. Because I understand, balancing your score, knowing what cards to use that don't affect your credit score ever again, going up and down, isn't that good? But again, every cash application requires a certified CFO. If you have a problem ever placing an order, just email me. I'll have someone call you right away, probably Scott. He's our controller. So when we start a business, use the personal credit a little bit. All right, don't jack it up, get stuck, can't get any more. We're going to use corporate credit as we build it because borrow money is not taxable. From there, if something screws up, we're going to get rid of a piece called a division, and we're going to get you a lifetime income. If you pay attention and get your cake and eat it too, Ray's rules. Is that okay with you? So if I gave you a check hypothetically for $1 million, would you put it in your personal bank account? See, there's your mistake. When you receive money in SSN, it's tax, and probate to your debt. You get to keep $375. I would have told you to put it in the corporation. Division of you, pay all the bills first, pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, doesn't seem to be any tax. So the United States of America Incorporated, 11 cities filed bankruptcy. They got 50 corps called states, states got corps called cities, and they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy. Case blank is the fan under the Federal Protection Act. You can play the same game too, as long as you pay attention and don't have any intent to do fraud. So we get to play. Why don't you Google bankruptcy today? Your life is a roller coaster of favor, good and bad. Next time something goes wrong, is it SSN, you and your family? Or is it SS4, corporation, division, subsidiary? The ultimate goal. You could play again step number 10 today. Let me add you to my credit system. I can build you $1 million of credit as long as you go to class, not following you want, follow through. Here's a starter package. Very simple. One basic package. All right, for everybody who wants to be in business. Let's rebuild the credit rapid score to 750. Let's give them articles also tax ID for free if they don't have them. Set up level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and how to set up divisions too. Now, with me, it's $999, and I give you $10,000 of credit. The office, they're going to give you $5,000 and charge you $19.99. Very simple. So you can wait and do it later, then you get less for what you're paying for. It's up to you. I analyze your credit. From there, we add history, and we try to start popping right away credit for you in the corporation. You become a certified CFO. Okay, so you get 90 days of level 1 with me. From there, guess what? The discount and the extra credit is during the broadcast with me. It's a Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. As we play, beat your doubt. All right, you got to, and you got to run your race. But let me get you out of my way. Let me rebuild you too. If we look at today, all right, getting past go, God's gift, the mansions and the harbors, and the race boats and the yachts, and then basically helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings too. So I'd like you to change your driver's license, but that's up to you, to mailing in P.O. Box. You see, I don't want anybody to have where you live. P.O. Box or mailing address, but you do what you want. Step 12. Now, your car you drive today, sorry, you basically got sweated for 5 hours, being treated like a duck and a sheep at the dealership. You lost 5 to 10,000. You got 9 inquiries too. That's the wrong way to buy a car. Cars should be fleet price tax ID division. You become a certified CFO. Doesn't show up on personal reports, you don't need gap insurance too. Lose a house and a car, they report it to what? The IRS as a 1099-C. Now you got double problem. That's totally screwed up too. So guess what? On all the bumpity bumps today, when they sue you, they're going to take everything you got. All it takes is one lawsuit to bring you down for the rest of your life. So if you're a registered owner, or is a division of a corporation and they sue, they get diddly squat. Why not? Plan the problem, please. Next, we have to think about is the divisions for the Lamborghini, this one or that one, or the other ones too. Piece of property should be a division. You don't know who's going to slip and fall and sue you and screw you up. Your paycheck should be offset by your house payment. Amazon's first 10 billion, they didn't pay tax. They're not paying tax now. They're worth 2 trillion. But again, that's what they get to do. See, they know how to play the game. There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He bought Twitter within 24 hours using a line of credit. And he is totally, I think he's totally dumb. But the bottom line is that's just what it is. From there, he got a spaceship. A couple guys have spaceships too. You get to play, join the club, and you basically win the battle too. But it's up to you. Step 15. Carl here uses a line of credit offset his taxes. He doesn't pay state or federal tax. Yeah, there's Nike, UPS, Federal Express too. And now we have Walt Disney. They wrote an IOU to themselves in Newsweek. So they didn't pay tax on $1 billion. Borrow money is not taxable. So run your race through a corporation or in conjunction. Do what you want to do. All right, that's step 16. Next, we can basically pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. See, you get your paycheck, you get the leftover. You pay car payment, gas registration, insurance. I think I'd yell no right away and drive a company car like I do. Why don't you get a hold of an SS4 today? IRS.gov, public record. It'll show you banking and credit purposes right on the form. See, you never had to be a duck or a sheep. You chose that to follow like that too. Here's Mama after Nixon took the gold standard out. There's the baby with an SSN going home to take a nap. See, everything to me is rules and tools. When you buy a house, it's escrow, close, homestead, trust. You have a house, it's not in a trust, that's called stupid. Sorry. They sue you, they screw you, they take it away, you die. It's just stuck in probate, your family got diddly squat. But again, that's what you planned because you didn't plan at all. You fix up a property today, they hire the contractor that hires the subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. When they slip, fall, cut corners, and they sue you and screw you, they take everything you got. And that kind of sucks too. My way, they get diddly squat. Why not? Why don't you look up an irrevocable trust today? Here's step 19, and you got basically 6 more to go. Now, I'd like you to basically understand when people say, Ray, I don't want to pay tax. I say, knock off the crap. You cannot play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. The bottom line is Wesley Snipes tried it, went to prison for 3 years, and had to pay $5 million fine. So we don't play those games. So if you tried it, go back to irs.gov, 656 form, 433A and B. By the way, that's step 20 today. From there, I want you to learn to be an OPM. That's why you need to go to the workshops too, up to 70% discount. All right, the boot camp too. You don't pay a bill up to 90 days. You get an escrow close of $200,000, you don't piss it away. You leverage it to $15 million. Isn't that fun? Borrow money's not taxable. Line of defense. Oh, that's step 21. Blackjack. There you go. So we can learn to play and we can win the game too. Ultimate goal. So here's the Ray Reynolds University. What had happened? One technology drive, Irvine Spectrum. All right, 2009, my life was stolen. I was doing up to $1 million a day with 3 other locations too. No one gave a shit. No one gives a shit. They never have. They care about themselves. So I lost everything because they stole it when I'm in a damn coma. What am I gonna do? Go home and go boo-hoo-hoo? Nope, I got out my blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. Took out my closet divisions, and I used the $53 million of credit I already built. I built another $1 million. You see, you need a backup for a backup and understand corporate umbrella and division process. So there's step 22. Oh, 1,000 steps to millionaire. The best way to manage and understand those steps is get your butt to the last and final boot camp. If you miss it, you blew it. Become the certified CFO. Here's the classes. I'm online 6 days a week live. We get to play. Keep in mind tomorrow, if you're not in the boot camp, I hope you kick yourself in the ass. You have no idea how that can change your life going to the Millionaires Founders Kit, Real Estate Financial Series. The books are yours today for free if you don't already have them. It's $1,000 if you Zelle during this broadcast. If you don't, then you blew it. From there, if you want, you can basically learn to play. It's very simple. Come tomorrow. All right, if you did this, you wanted all the classes for 90 days, $10,000 of bonus credit. The office sells it for $5,000. If you want all that, it's $19.99 if you did it to me and through me during this broadcast. There you go. Don't have the books and CDs, you still get that too. So you decide $1,000 or $19.99. You see, what we got to do is understand why you need to be there. Our goal is to make sure you understand how to play the game, and that way you build up to a $10 million company. And the biggest problem I always say is you don't think, just do. And then think about franchise, expos, hedge funds. Again, this is why you don't want to miss boot camp. It's a Zelle. There's Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, rayscredit.com. All right, it's a Zelle, now. From here, corporation's a legal person. Let's build some credit. Divisions too. Let's get the tax ID to equals a what? Spirit and Trend and Equifax. And then set up the dashboards for you. We'll build the reports. You know what? Up to 1 million is 9 divisions. Up to 5 million is 41. I like that. So if you want a division at the office at 1,000 each, 3 for basically 3,000. Through me, you can get 3 for $1,500. Very simple. If it's Zelle, now. Ultimate goal. What are you willing to lose? Family? I never had one. I got married and had kids. All I got is fathers knows best and use and abuse. Corporation? They sue it, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep. Corporation? How about divisions? If we play chess today, we both win on both sides. At the end of the day, we both get checkmate. There you go. Step 23. Ultimate goal. So we get to play. Remember today, reach in the dream, think to be the impossible, use Ray's rules. I make millionaires under the corporation umbrella. All right, and training people to be a certified CFO. Ultimate goal. So today, that box, there's your future. This box, there's your replacement. And what are we going to do? Rebuild you so you don't screw it up ever again. I make millionaires all the time. Would you like to be next? So all you have to do is email me and say, I want Ray Reynolds to personalize me into a corporate millionaire. There you go. It'll take a corporate at least 3 divisions. Got it? So if you allow me to add you to my system, I can basically show you how to get the American dream. I can analyze your credit, and show you how to get to the 750 right away and call your case number on a Saturday at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time too. There you go. You see, never have joint credit. It's just in the way. Buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Corporations are free. Why people pay thousands and not learn diddly squat? Divisions, real estate, franchise, current business, line of defense, raise rules, getting cash credit so you can write it all off, finance the American dream, and take away your excuses. There you go, as we play step 24. So today, if all you want me to do is get you 750, okay, we'll analyze, we'll add history. We'll rebuild the reports, rapid rescore, go to class, 750 is the goal, normally $999, $1,000 cash card back to you. Discounted during the broadcast to $499. Card becomes $500, now you got a $750. All right, if you want to get into the corporate package, you have one, great. Let me rebuild the one you got. Rebuild your credit, rapid score, articles, license, tax ID free if you don't have it. From there, set up level 1 in divisions on every Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time too. Today it's $999. I'm giving you $10,000 of credit. The office gives you $5,000 and usually $2,000. So today, all right, analyze you, add history, start popping right away, and you learn to become a certified CFO. All right, you get 90 days of level 1. From there, the ultimate goal, discount and extra credit is only if you did it to the broadcast with me. There's your Zell. Ultimate goal. As you play, draw the diagram in front of you. Never forget your banks and grocery stores do this in front of you. And you got to learn to play, stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Look behind the curtain. Do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. Ultimate goal at the end of the day, if you're not at the boot camp this weekend, you kind of screwed up and blew it. If you need to call 800-510-3338. You can ask for Scott and say, I was just on the webinar with Ray, and he'll give you the same price I'd offered to you. If you talk to a specialist, they got to give their normal price because they're on commission. So your goal is very simple today. So keep in mind, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.